Hello, hello. You've all read the disclaimer. Who cares? I just want to get into the 152, the 210, the 152.10 move. Yes, because I want to see if we can start tracking it live. Because it's always easy to do it in hindsight, right? So that's why I just wanted to start the stream ASAP. So if we could, manage to spot it. And yeah, and better want to trade it, right? That's the point. So I made a video yesterday, and those examples are just for the last week, literally. There was one day that was really bad. I wouldn't have traded it, but all the other days gave really a good, gave actually good opportunities. Now I was most times too late to trade it, so that's why I'm like, okay, this is actually really, really a good opportunity. Now I'm looking at this little 1 minute. It looks like a little market maker buy model, right? We've got the sell side and we've got the buy side. So let's see what's happening. Yeah, I need to get into it quickly because I really want to see. We're in the macro now already. It's 1:53 Eastern, and let's see. So what I want to do when I do want to zoom out a little bit to the 5 minute. It's very easy to spot AMD in hindsight, right? I mean, because everything is there already. But when you don't have all the information, it is really a little bit more difficult, in all honesty. And sometimes it's really clear. So now look at the 5 minute, right? That's why I zoom out. We're still in consolidation. So that's why I'm thinking we might get a good move, a manipulation move, and if that would happen in the macro, then the distribution move mostly comes outside the macro. So that's why you'll see that in the video that I made. A lot of the times, sometimes it's a continuation move, but then you already have a clear, it hit a higher time frame PD rate earlier in just after midnight or around 1 a.m. and it's already running down. And then you have a little stop, and then it's a continuation, which is clearly done in the macro. But now we're still in consolidation, as you can see in the 5 minute. So I'm wondering, I'm just according to those examples, we might get a manipulation move or the start of it in the macro. So that's why I wanted to start the stream earlier. And I'm really trying, because I really hey, I have to put my money where my mouth is, right? If that move gives so much opportunity, I want to take it. Hell yeah. Instead of having breakfast or just doing other things. So that's why here we are. So 5 minute with some consolidation. It might not happen at all. And then what I noticed from my journaling is then it'll happen in the next macro or around 2:30, 3 o'clock. It's Tuesday today. So we're going to get a Tuesday high or low most of the time. So I'm still very bullish, higher time frame. Why? Show you. Let me quickly go to the 15 or even higher. Let me go to the higher time. I'm still cutting down. There's no story. Let me go to the 4 hour. Show you why I'm still bullish. Because we are still in a market maker model. We are here. We've got the sell side and we're at the buy side, and it always goes back to the initial consolidation. We have consolidation at the top. So for me, I am not bearish until we have hit this higher time frame liquidity. So yeah, we could go back down today in the range. As you can see here, we've got some levels here that still we could trade into, and then yes, eventually we'll go here, and then on the higher time frame we might get a change in state of delivery. But on the 4 hour, I'm still very bullish, but we might have a retracement back down. But anyway, let's go back to that. To our little move, right? Let's see. So this candle initiated the I would expect manipulation to take either Asia high or low and then aim for the opposite side. Yeah, that happens a lot, but also it doesn't happen all the time. Sometimes it leaves the Asia, or it takes out one of them, right? So for now, I'm just want to so let me go to the 5 minute. So now we have to be careful. Don't get caught up in those in the consolidation, because if you zoom out too much, you're thinking, oh my god, we're in a market make a buy model here. Yes, we are, but look, we're still in the range here, so we still have to wait. This is something. I'm gonna get something to drink quickly because my phone's talking. Oh my god, that's terrible. I can't talk anymore on screen. What is going on? Maybe because I'm talking so much. Uh, Now, for me, manipulation would really mean getting out of this whole range, right? So I'm not interested in a little move to the upside. So literally, we have been consolidating from midnight. We've been consolidating a lot. Oh, Gigi, you're not gonna jump on the bus. No, no, no. Oh, I'm gonna have my trading view open. Oh, shh. Yeah. Stream elements. I know. Still working on it. So we're also in yesterday's. We're still in yesterday's opening range gap, right? The gap that is. So it's sort of like really like held in. It's really stuck, but that's okay. I mean, it's pretty good when you have a long consolidation. That means there will be a move, and when you can define the proper manipulation, then comes up the manipulation, the distribution, and we love distribution. So sometimes I let the manipulation just go because I'm like, you know what, I'm just seeing it going already and I'm too late. But then I'm always thinking, okay, we had accumulation. It's classical AMD, and um, it is much better to get the distribution move, right? Because the distribution move is always at least 2 times more than the manipulation move. So if you can identify the manipulation, the AM, and okay, you know what? Let it run, and I'll take the distribution move to the opposite side. Who cares? So, and that's I've seen this a lot with this 2 a.m. move, and I call it the 2 a.m. move, but obviously it's the macro, or the 150 210 macro. Um, so literally, we've been in consolidation since, let's say, yesterday's afternoon. So we went down into the range, and literally it's been chopping around in that area. So that's a long time now. That's already over 12 hours. It's gonna be a good. I mean, I think it might be rewarded with a good organ run, guys. Anyone else has yeah, Meta Z already gave his thoughts, and I would agree. But then again, it is not always. I don't know if you've noticed that sometimes it just leaves. In this case, we let me see. How do we create Asia? Well, Asia is literally in the range, right? Let me just double check. Yeah, Asia is literally within the range now today. Um, I don't know. We might just take Asia low, go lower, for example, and then leave Asia high for later today because I'm still bullish, but that doesn't mean we're going to go to that PD. We're not going to go take out the highs yet. So and we have been consolidating in that range, so it will be too small of a manipulation rule. Well, let's see. Yeah, the range is literally between Asia. We didn't go out. We just created Asia's highs and lows in the range, and um, the last. So the high and low just outside the range we just formed in yesterday's afternoon. So that was at 2:27. That was high, and then the low is um, 3:15. I'm gonna write those numbers down. So it's either or. Let's see which one I. But now again, we don't have to take out those highs. We just could easily manipulate to, let's say, one of Asia's highs or lows, which could be still in the range, right? Or let's see, no, just outside the range. Asia low. It's not doing much in this macro yet. Um, not much. It's really doing. It's 2:04. Literally, all the examples that I gave in the video were from last week, all of them, and from the Friday before. So it was just example after it. I didn't have to go very far. I was like, okay, that's easy. Okay, and all the different ones were just in the week. But hey, maybe we have another one here, which is it doesn't run, and then it gets like a really, really explosion, maybe just after the macro, right? Because also large moves are just after the macro sometimes. But we need the manipulation. We've got a fair value gap here. So this is this box that you see right here, right on the left. There's yesterday's opening range gap. So that's the gap between Friday's close and Monday's open, and we just went into midnight, and it was, I believe it was 25% or 33% of the whole gap, which we went into. I think this might be the 50%. So we haven't filled yesterday's gap as well. So that's why I leave it on, because we still have a level that's still unfinished here. It's a little bit disappointing that now we don't have a good example, but it's okay. Let's see, 2:06. I'm just keeping it on 5 minutes because I want to see that it gets out of that consolidation range, right? If I would say the 1 minute, I just lose track of it, because then I would think I will be a little bit confused already if I look at this area and the 1 minute. It looks very much like, a normal. Oh, my computer is making some noise again. Apologies for that. I'm gonna switch to the music. I don't know why it's doing that sometimes. It hasn't done it for a couple of days. I just have to I slapped it around a little bit and then it just stops. Really weird. Here, I just tell it to not do it and it stops. Isn't it weird? And then it stops. It'll start again at some point. I just slap it around. Really? Calm down, boy. Calm down. It's okay. You're not working that hard. Do you guys really hear that? I mean, is it really loud on the stream? I think it's the fans just going. I think I have to change the bit rate for the camera a little bit. Now let's see what's going on because now it is. Let me know, guys, because otherwise I need to take. I have to do something right about it now. I know it's okay. I can just leave it for now, but if it's bothering you guys. So just consolidation, consolidation. So the macro is done. Nothing happened. We didn't have manipulation in the. Um, oh, I know why. Ah, that is exactly one of my examples. Ooh, this is exactly one of my examples. So, um, I should have seen this. Let me switch to another screen, then I can show you guys why. And this is exactly, oh, you hear it when I talk. Well, yeah, I don't know. It's a new laptop, by the way, so it shouldn't be broken. But it could be that it's asking too much of the CPU because I've changed the bitrate of the video, so it might take a little bit. But yesterday it didn't do anything. Okay, why is it not working today? And I'm going to show you. I need to change the. Let me just change this so I can show you guys. It has to do with the first presented fair value gap, but of a different session, not the AM session. But this is the first presented fair value gap of the afternoon. And I'll show you, I'll just do it on this screen. It's the 151. So the afternoon, it's always the same. It's always the PM session first presented fair value gap. Let me go to the 151. It is this fair value gap here. And on the 1 minute, I'll just mark the 5 minute. I don't know if it's broken, by the way. That would be really annoying. It is distracting me, by the way. But I just need to do this. Hold on. I have to go to, I'm going to do it properly. I need to go to the 1 minute and then to the 151 of yesterday. Here we are in this area. I'll try not to talk too much. 151, here we go. So I'm going to mark this one here. And then you'll see this is the first presented fair value gap of the PM New York PM session. That's why I use them, and I made a short on that as well in my channel, why and how I use them. Now I've got to extend this all the way. Go to the side. I'll have my trading view back in a bit. So this is X. So here we go. Okay, so guys, just go into your own, just go to your own chart and mark the 1:51 p.m. first presented fair value gap. And if you see that happen, if the price fluxes around in that one, it's a much smaller move. I'm so distracted by this bloody noise. It's pretty annoying. Hold on. Then you do not trade it. You leave it. It's not going to happen. So that's a very big indicator. But what did I notice when it did happen? Then if we get a retest of that first presented fair value gap, which mostly of the time was about 230-ish, then you have a nice move coming. So yes, so it's the so I use the first presented fair value gap of New York PM session, New York AM session, which already is very much known. Then we have the London session, and we have also the I also use the one which is not as significant, but it can still give me some guidance. The one after 12 o'clock, midnight Eastern, and then there is one another one that is when the market opens, so that's 6 p.m. So those are all ranges that I use. But for this specific one, for the 1:50 to 2 a.m. move, which I see come back all the time, is the one after 1:30. So it's similar to the how we managed to find the AM session one. You do the same. You do the same with after one between 1:30 and 2, and you take that one, and then now because we have been literally the consolidation because we started consolidating in that area. You see, it's just hanging around, and it's exactly in the. You'll see in the video as well. In the video that I made, I mentioned that as well, and I also mentioned that that's the specific first percentage that I noticed that's always around that area, and if it's hanging around, it's not tradable. It doesn't, the model doesn't work. So that's today, but I'll have my trading view back tomorrow, guys. So I just, yeah. So New York, 9:30, London after 3, no, the one after 3 a.m. So you do between, it's actually the one after 1 minute after the hour. PM is after 1:30, between 1:30 and 2. And then the one after midnight is the midnight to half past. Yeah. I'll make a PDF for you, Metozi. I'll make a PDF for you, or I go over my my settings in my indicator. Do you have TradingView? So they all go for half an hour, and so you look. Let me just double check what we're doing. I just want to see if we can get a 230 move. By the way, I'm gonna get rid of this one here. Oh, that noise is really annoying me. Yeah, so if you want, if you I'm really getting you busy now. So I made a short on my channel. Well, it's one of my first shorts, and I go over the first presented fair value gap, but not of the AN session. So I think it's cool. It's a short. Hey, Crypto Bros, how are you? Nice to see you again. So watch that video, but I don't go into specifics, but you can see it's for me a roadmap because I use it like as a roadmap, all of them, because they are very significant. First, they are their value gaps, which are of significance, and they come back during the whole day, but even in a few days. So, but for now, it's the 151 from the PM session, just to see if you notice that during the 150 to 2 the macro, it's hanging around in that area, and that it's an indication that we're not going to get a manipulation move or a significant move within this macro. And it's really it's now it's so funny that you see the same things happening over and over again. Like, wow, it's been here all the time. I just didn't notice it before. So if you want to have, if you don't want all the first presented fair value guys, make sure you have the one that ICT talks all about. So that's the 9:30, the one after when the market opens, right? And then the second one of the day session is the one in the PM session, which is you find after in the move between 1:30 and 2 a.m., 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. in the afternoon. And then yesterday was the 151 fair value gap. And as you can see, we are still around, well, and we might have now gone over it a little bit. Let me check. Yeah. But you see during the macro, it's in that fair value gap still, right? I'm gonna lower the bit rate. Maybe that helps already. Let's see. Camera quality might go down a little bit. I just lowered the bit rate, so I don't know if I need to restart it, but I hope it already makes a difference. Nothing is open. It's only OBS and Google and my TradingView. So oh, Crypto Bros, I'm doing fine. I just started the stream a little bit earlier. I want to try to catch the 2 a.m. move because I don't know if you saw. I made a video on it. I've been tracking that move, and I've just seen a lot of similarities every time. It's sort of like the same thing. It's either it doesn't do anything if it's an old fair value gap of yesterday afternoon, or we have manipulation within that 152 to 10 macro, or it's a continuation move. And today it's the example of the one that it's not doing anything because it's still hanging around in a very, well, let's say we are in higher time frame consolidation, so it might take a little bit longer. But most of the times, what I notice when we have this, we might get a 230 move. So let's see if that's the case, and what we're where are we going to. So it's Tuesday, so I'm hoping that we're going to have a clear Tuesday high or low. I'm hoping for a Tuesday low or Tuesday. Well, Tuesday high is fine too, as long as we take those that level out on the top. But yeah, we'll see. We have to wait. We've got news today. It's NFP week, so we want to get our good trades before Wednesday, right? And then everything behind after that is a bonus. We don't have anything in London. Not significant. Now, do we have news today? No, we don't. I said it's not. We don't have news today. I'm sorry, guys. We don't have news today. That's weird. This echoing TV. It's stupid. That's weird. The risk, how much risk ratio? Yeah. So, what do you? Well, let me ask you this: what are you trading? What is your? It depends. The risk ratio depends on what you have, how much you have to spend. Are you trading an eval or a funded account, or what do you? Have you trading your own money? If I would say the politically correct answer, I would say if you have like a funded account and you have a 50K and you have 2,500 drawdown, you have to use the drawdown as your money because you don't have 50K, you only have the drawdown. And technically, they say you shouldn't spend more than 1% on your trade per trade. So if you have 2,500, you just calculate the 1% of it. And but now I have to be honest. Well, I don't. Yeah, so technically, you don't want to spend more than 1%. If you're a beginner, you don't want to spend more percent than 1% per trade on. But on evals, they actually say it should be half of a percent. Now, it can be pretty difficult when you have a very small amount. So now I have to be honest, I don't do that. I go a little bit higher on in evaluations especially, but on funded I am more I am more risk averse. So but my best advice is you said that you were just beginning or you're getting back of a lot bigger loss, right? Don't do more than 1% per trade. Um, and if you have a few losing trades, you have to actually cut it back to a half until you are back at break even and then go back to 1%. That is the, I guess as a coach, what but I'm going to be fully transparent. I don't do that. I only when I'm in drawdown, then I cut back until I'm back to break even, and then I go back um, to my normal percentage. But yeah, just try 1%, and if you can make that work. What do you mean with what is the best use? Okay, it's 2:28, guys. Let's see if anything's happening. So let me see, 8:42. What I would like to see now is a retest of that first presented fair value gap, which is 840-ish here. I'm going to do this. I'm going to draw this one. 839.75 to 830.75. 839.75. Now, if I would get a retest of that first presented fair value gap of the PM session, so which is it's a little bit different here. I'm just trying to quickly draw it. It's a little bit, but I just want to retest in this level and then see if it goes up. Yeah, just keep it as, I mean, you know, especially when you're just getting back in on track, just keep it as low as possible. You might not make as much profit because you hit your, but you know, at least you're not losing your account or you're losing your own capital, because that's the most important thing, right? And when you have a very solid model, so the only reason why you would raise your risk is if you have a solid model and you know by backtesting it, you know that. So for example, my 10.4, even on a 25K account, I sometimes go in with a mini, but I would never recommend that to anyone because for me, I trust the model. I've used it many times, and then I know exactly when I need to get out, because if it doesn't go my way, I'm already okay. I need to stop it because it doesn't do what it normally does. But if you don't have a specific model, you have to be very honest to yourself. Do I have a specific model that I use, that I have back tested, that I've already tested over 100 times, and it works? 60% is already, 70% is already good enough if you have that data, to be honest. But before you get there, you need to do a lot of testing. So it is, you know, it's actually the most important thing. Instead of thinking how much I'm going to risk, do I have a model? And what do I trade? What do I feel very comfortable with? And when you have that, then you can easily go to, you know, between 2, 4, sometimes maybe even 5%. But until, if you don't have a model, if you don't have consistency within that model, and you can explain the model within in 3 sentences, you keep to your 1%. Yes, so if it would retest this area here, I would take a long, but it's already running a little bit, so I'm a little bit, we might have to add the retest here, but then it didn't retest that. Let's just wait. I'm just seeing, did we retest midnight? It's 50. Okay, you know, we might get a retest of the end walk again. So let's see what it does, because we might have a move down. A51 is creating an equal high again. 50. Let's see if we're going to take the Asia high. So I'm going to rephrase Arafat. You know why? I would rather see it first take either a high or a low of the Asia, because it's a little bit unclear. We didn't have a retest of the that first presented fair value gap that I was talking about. Oh, hold on, I'm on the 3 minute. Hold on, hold on, hold on. We actually did on the 1 minute, yes. We actually did in the macro. You know why? What do you? I told you yesterday why I didn't do gold. And what do you mean with anything? Okay, guys. I missed something, and that's because of the trading view, and I'm a little bit distracted by the noise of the fan. There was a retest. If you put the, I need to, I want to show you guys. I'm going to show you guys. I just need to change the settings a little bit, and I'll show you. So next time you'll manage to get that move. Okay. Let me just see. Window capture. Bear with me, guys. I'm going to show you something, and you will use it next time. You'll be very thankful. Just hold on. There we go. I need to change. Hold on. There we go. Yeah. Okay. Here we go. Now, look. So the green box, let me just get rid of the yellow one. Now this is delayed data because I have an issue with the bank. So we disregard the price, right? I just want to show you this here in the macro. Do you see what I mean here? The equal lows in the macro, the 5 past 2. This is the retest. Here we go. This was the entry right here. 4 past 2, 5 past 2, and now we're moving to take out these highs. So when you see this, I do disregard it. Why? Because I know the moves might not be that big, but do start just watch it when it retests this and see if it's you can see here the move runs within the macro. It's not such a big move, right? This move is how big? Because I've been, if it's more than 10 points, it's still okay for me. It's 20 points. Okay, yeah, it's 20 points. Okay. Yeah, so this here I did the retest, so obviously it's not going to retest it again. It could do it and then tap just on it and then go outside the move, but it's going to go, most likely it's already going for the Asia highs here, right over here. So, but this is a little bit of a different situation because the retest was outside macro when you got the big move, because we're still technically in that consolidation area, right? So in this situation, this is actually a new situation that it retested this first present, so that's the green one. within the macro, and then it still runs. So it's still, I guess, valuable because we still have the mini market maker buy model, right? So you price always wants to finish the market maker buy and sell models are fractal. So even if we're on a higher time frame, we don't have we're still in a consolidation. We are finalizing this model here, and this is the entry. Then yeah, this was it. And this is the first percentage fair value gap of the AM session. You can see it here, the first FQG of Wednesday, and you see it's going to go right into that. So Method Z, you see how I use it as a roadmap, right? On this example here, it goes from the PM session first presented to the AM session, but not of the one of yesterday, but of one of the previous, of Wednesday. So that's how I use them. This one, the gray one, is the midnight. It sort of like uses it as a springboard, right? So yeah. So this is the move. 1 minute. I'm on the 1 minute here. Yes. So 2, and it runs to. We stop here. It is the macro, but it keeps on running most likely to here. But if you just want to play it from a macro point of view, let's see how many points if you just get out of here. Yeah, okay, so it's 10 points when you play the macro. So that's why I'm not interested. I'm not interested when I see it hovering because it's just 10 points if you do the macro. So I'm not, I would, if you see the video, you'll see there are moves that are much larger. So if it hangs around this area, I just let it go. But technically, in this situation, because you have a retest within the macro, which is not an example in the video, but I have one that is outside and that it's a larger move. And it's a proper retest, but you'll see the difference now if you watch the video. But you see how they work in tandem, right? All these first presented fair value gaps, and this is an older one. So yeah, start marking them on your screen. And you know why I don't like it? You can see here it doesn't go. So for example, it's 227 right now, right? You see, it doesn't go. It's very low resist, high resistance. It doesn't go to the level. So in this case, you just want to get out. I would get out exactly at this first presented fair value gap, and is exactly around the same time. But the move is just too little for me. It's just 10 points. It's too much risk. I'm just not interested, and it will run, but you see how slow it goes. Yeah. Okay. Oh, look at that. Now we have a retest. Now we have a retest of that level. You see? You see now we have a retest of that inversion, of that is it a retest or are we going to go through it? So as you can see on the 5 minute, we're still in this area. So for me, I'm not interested. But now because we have a retest, I'm just gonna see if it's gonna go through. I'm gonna close the window because it's so cold. Mm. 8:30, 50. Ah, okay, I'm doing that wrong. Oh God, 8:30. Here we go. I want a retest of this level here. So if it would tap into this level and go back up, then I might consider taking it, because that's what I've seen in the testing of this. But then again, it's a little bit different, and the timing will, okay, obviously the timing will change. But let's see if it works out. So if it retests that first percent of fair value gap of the PM session, and then goes out of takes out the Asia high. We've got a model here, guys. We are literally building a model here now together. Let's see. I would love it if it really. So the 2 a.m. works together with the first percentage fair value gap of the afternoon first percentage fair value gap. Let's see if we can build a model here, and then we're gonna name it. We're gonna give it a name, and then it's ours. Let's see. So that would be pretty awesome if we could build a model in an area of consolidation. That would be awesome, don't you think? Now let's see. I have to move around between the two, but tomorrow it will be all back in trading view, I hope. I moved to South Africa, but my bank, all my European banking, because I lived here, they don't want to do any business with me anymore, because they have to do so many checks, because South Africa is on the sort of like a blacklist, I guess. So my regular banking goes to South Africa, and they suddenly limited my international spending, so I couldn't. My bill for the TradingView wasn't paid, and it's $8, and I'm like, oh my god, really? So I've been trying to sort it, but they said, oh, it will be sorted, but from the first again, and blah blah blah. So I just yeah. Yeah, we've got the whole world in the chat. I love it. The chat is really very diverse, and we have literally in every there's someone almost from every continent. We have Australia, Africa, Crypto Bros is from Bangladesh. Well, we've got Europe. Okay, let's see now, guys. Let's see if we get a retest of this level. So it's now in the first presented fair value gap of the PM section, right? Let's see if we have a model here, guys. If we do, we have to give it a name. If not, we have to do more back testing. We've got another variation. But 830.75. We did not take out a high here. You see that? We just created almost an equal high. What time is it now? 2:50. We're in a new macro. We are in a new macro, so okay, we're gonna go through it now. Okay. Two, 15, 28, 29.75. So guys, we're still in that consolidation area, so you still have to be very careful, right? Because and I'm looking at this wick here, the 5-minute one. So I'm thinking if we're gonna go down, we're going into this wick. I think I'm gonna take a short here, but I just wanted to make sure it goes out of this area here. Because this might be a rejection block here. So this 5-minute wick has my interest now. Let's see what, but be careful because it could wick up just as fast in this area because we're still in a consolidation area, which means manipulation within the area, we didn't take out Asia, we just created another equal high here. So that is still, it's actually a triple high here, 1, 2, 3. So be careful. It did not do anything significant yet, nothing. We just created triple high here on the 5-minute. So you still want to wait. Yes, it's a macro, but so when it's a macro, you want to see clear manipulation, and manipulation means outside of the consolidation range, right? Now, what I do like to see is if it goes into this area here and if it rejects here. So I might take a stab. I'm just gonna take a little stab at it. Just a very small, just a micro. My stop is gonna be here. And I want it to go, I just want it to go into this wick. It might stop me out because it could just, slam back up and go later on because we're still in consolidation. It's sort of actually a gamble, to be honest. But it's a little bit less of a gamble because we're in a macro. Um, so am I taking a gamble? No, yeah, sort of. It's not really. I know it's lower. It's a lower risk trade. It's a let's call it a C plus setup. It's not an A plus setup. And I'm gonna lower my because I want less loss. So you see what's doing here, right? Because you got wicks here as well. It could reject in this area already, but I'm just hoping it will go into this wick here, and we might get a like little run to the downside. That's what I'm hoping in this macro. I just wanted to get out of this consolidation area. So it's really you wanted to grab one side of the liquidity and then go to the other side, but it's still in that bloody range. So it's really hard to read. Um, and also because of the 152.10 macro, it still actually stayed in the range and it created, as you can see here on the 5 minute, it just created another high, another equal high, right? So the information that we have right now is yes, it's interesting that it created another high here, which will indicate it will definitely go there. Okay, I'm getting out. Just want to see, we're still in the macro. And again, it's creating another low here. It just keeps on creating highs and lows. I'm getting out again because it's not running. If it's running, it's okay. I wanted to run ready to go. See, we created another equal high. Now we're creating another equal low. And it's just a horrible, it's actually, you should just either put some alerts um, on your charts and just do something else. And when one of the highs or lows taken out, you come back to the charts. That's literally how I think how you should do it with price action like this. So it's really hard to say now what it's going to do because it's just a gamble. We're literally, like ICT also said, don't dibble in the middle, and we're dibbling in the middle right now. And we didn't have any manipulation move to the upside. We didn't have any manipulation to the downside. The only thing that we are seeing now is that we're creating more equal highs, equal lows, which is nice because we have more information, right, for when the move is coming. But I would love to see it go, even though if it couldn't go out in the range, if it would reject here and then it might go back to the upside, for example, maybe we get the move now. I'm not interested in taking it. I just enjoy tape reading, and then we'll see if we have more information. I'm gonna get rid of. I'm just gonna get rid of this one so we have more. Here we go. Let's just do this right now. A little bit more clear, right? So I'm keeping it on the 5 minute because I just want to see. You don't want to be on the 1 minute in consolidation. You really want to see the area which is moving into. And yeah, and this is clear as day, right? Yeah, there we go. This was the move I was waiting for, but it's okay. I'm just gonna let it go for now. So I want this move. I'm inclined to think it's gonna go into this wick here within the macro, and then I want to see rejection here in this area, and then go perhaps back to the upside. So let's say it would take out Asia lows now, and let's see what happens here. There we go. That was the move I was waiting for, but okay. But you see, it just doesn't move. I just don't like it when it doesn't move fast enough. I'm just like, and it goes, it wicks back into the range and it goes. It will go, but it's just, oh my god, just get a laxative. Yeah, so I wanted to go into this area here. Now remember, we still have this opening range gap unfilled, right? So um, 3 o'clock. I really need to see this happen, then I can frame a trade. No, I cannot frame a trade if I don't see. I need more information in this area here now. Let me quickly go back to this one here. So you see now with those, it created extra equal highs for the Asia, right? So I'm just thinking if we might go down, we are going to leave those Asia highs for later today. Um, we might clear this area for now during the London session. So I'm just, but it needs to go below this. This might function as a rejection block here. So this area, I'm not sure if we can make it through this area straight away. So I'm just wondering if what it's going to do here. If we're just going to blast through it, or are we going to reject here and maybe go back into the range, or are we just going to have a small rejection here, a little bit up, and then go down, out just outside the 310 method. It's 3 now. So we still have not taken out any levels of Asia right now. So But hey, I think we're going to get a nice move at something. If the move doesn't happen at 2:30, it will happen at 3:30, right? 3:30 is also the silver bullet time. I haven't made a video on that one yet, on the London silver bullet. So what will happen? Did we create a fair value gap before uh, in the 2:30, 3 o'clock move? Yes, we did. What does that mean for the silver bullet? So let's get into the silver bullet. That means we created a fair value gap, like exactly in the PM session. The 1:30 to 2 PM move sets the stage for the silver bullet of the PM session. So you want to look for a fair value gap that is created between 2:30 and 2 o'clock. And it's similar in the London session. So do we have a fair value gap created between 2:30 and 3 a.m.? Yes, we have, because that's the move down we have now. So what I'm thinking is we're going to go into this area here, right over here. Then we go back into the range, into the fair value gap, into a fair value gap, and perhaps it is the one that is indicated on my chart, and which is the 1:30 of the PM session. Wow, isn't that a coincidence, right? Maybe that would be really the circle is round then, right? And then we get a nice move down to finish the job here. So that is my analysis for now. Let's see if it plays out. So I'm going back to the 1 minute now because I really want to see what the once we're in this week I'm going to go back to the 1 minute, but I really want to see what's happening. I might have to just make a box here. Hold on, I just want to have the wick is important. Why? A wick is a gap, right? We need that information. Do not sleep. They do the people say they do the damage, but they are rejection block. You can literally tell where price is going to reject from and go back up. It is important, wicks. I literally frame my whole trades around wicks. There we go. Let's see. So the blue box is a wick, the wick, right? The 5 minute wick. Now, we didn't have a 1:50 to 2 p.m. move, but now we're going to wait for the silver bullet. Now, on the 1 minute, again, do you see a proper fair value gap? Not really, right? Because the price action is pretty shitty. So again, you go back in this situation. If you don't see a proper fair value gap here, you do want to go a little bit higher to the higher time frame. Let's go back to the 5. And here you see a better example. So I would be interested in, well, this is a fair value gap here, and this is a fair value gap. But we can also check the 3 minute because it has a lot of the times the 3 minutes are very accurate in situations like this. So And you see how difficult it is to frame a trade, right? Because we're just creating equal highs here. We're going down now, and now the only thing that if I could frame a trade, if we reject in this area, we go up into grab into a fair value gap and then take the move down. That will be for me the only way. Okay, as you see, it's rejecting here now. That's what I want to see. And now I want to see, we are almost at the end of a macro, so that's good. So, you know, things are lining up now again with time and price. It's always time first, then price. So for me now, it's doing exactly what I wanted to do to be able to frame a trade. Otherwise, I cannot frame a trade within accumulation, right? It needs to behave in a certain way that gives us. It tells us that the algo is telling us, it's tipping its hand, I'm ready to move out now. So now it is going back into a fair value gap. It is telling us now it's ready to get out of that bloody range. So we want it to go up now. Into a fair value gap. And then we take the trade back down. That's the idea of it. Now, again, now how far will the price go, right? 271. Yeah, so I don't want to trade I don't like trades under 30 points. So if it gives me opportunity for over 30 points, I'm interested to take it. But again, I want it to go up, but it's, you know, it could just also just don't do it, right? Because on the 1 minute we don't even have a fair value yet. Now, but if it would go below this level here, I just want to see clear rejection here and not at this level because it's just a little bit easier. They might do that as well. Annoying. See, it's not going up into a fair value gap. It's just going to move down. And we're outside macro, but you do want to see a retest. You do, you know, the problem is if you get in here, it could slam up any time. So your risk is really, it might run and then you miss it. Okay, just miss it because it could also just outside macro just slam up back up and you just don't know. So I've tried that a couple of times and then I got punished. So you really have to practice patience here. There we go. Come on, go up. That's what we want to see, right? So yeah, so now I'm interested in short. I wanted to see retest a fair value gap and then write it down. And then this box is my guideline, and then I have some other confluences I will add quickly. Hold on, I need to add some stuff. Mm-hmm. 7, 701. Mm-hmm. My TP will be 24726. But I'm a little bit, I just don't like, I wonder if we're going to get a retest or it just should be a market order in. I think I'm going to market order in once it goes into that level. So you're seeing what it's doing here, right? This is already enough for the price action. It just strolls into the rejection block, but it doesn't have to go into. Now I'm going to go to, in this scenario, I'm going to go to 30 seconds. I'm going to market order in. Order filled. There we go. 7 seconds. My TP will be 726, but I'm going to put it a little bit higher. Buy limit. Might be too early, but 315. I think we're gonna get a continuation move at 320. Maybe it's not smart. Maybe we should wait for 330 move. We're gonna get a large move at 330, and this is my TP here. Yeah, let me get. I think I should get out and just wait for the three. But I'm willing to take this risk. I know these moves now. It's a macro, micro. You see, you get you know, it slams back up on you, right? You see what it does? Exactly. I get punished, but it's okay. Okay, yeah. I like to see this because that's for me. I wanted to see it go back into the range. Sometimes it just drops, right? But let's see. 726 is my TP, so I wanted to see go a little bit further back up, and then it's a 5 minute. Here we go. 817. Go up. Yes. Okay. Perfect. Perfect behavior. 3 minutes. Okay, let's go. Go, go, go. We'll go back up and then we can take the nice move down. Oh my god, it's weather. I can't believe it. It's just been raining here for days. I'm actually quite lucky that I still have internet, to be honest. It's actually a good thing. Okay, now let's take a move up, and I want to take this London Silver Bullet, waiting for a little bit of a retracement to the upside, and then we can write it down. Oh, wow. $320. 320 it is. Okay, guys, I'm still waiting for. It's really hard now to really get in because it's in that rejection block, right? And it's also not going up to grab liquidity. I have 726, so 24,726 as a potential area of interest if I would get into a short. But I would really love. Oh, I just said something. Oh my God, I'm so lucky that my internet hasn't gone down with all that. I did reply to you, Arafat. Of course I'm replying to you. What do you mean? I said, yeah, what do you think? We'll go grab the downside liquidity. I said, it's really hard to read right now because we're still in consolidation. So we don't dibble in the middle, as it was exactly in the middle when, I think when you asked that question, it was there. So we just really have to wait. But now what I'm looking for is a retracement a little bit back up into a fair value gap, and then we can take the move down. Which is actually the London Silver Bullet. We didn't have my 2 a.m. Trade, to be honest, so this is a little bit of a different example. I am responding to you. I thought you were talking with Metro Z, by the way. No, my boyfriend, oh, look, we're gonna move to the upside. No, I'm not alone, but I am alone sometimes because my boyfriend works abroad and he travels a lot. But no, we live together here, and we live with a lot of animals here as well. So I'm never alone. So what I'm waiting for right now is, because we're in the 5 minute wick, I'm hoping it rejects from there, and then we let it ride up a little bit, and then we take the move down. And then we have a solid trade which lines up with time. The setup is forming itself because now it has just been creating equal highs and equal, well, not equal lows, but it hasn't really left the area. Yes, it did take out some of Asia's lows, right? But it's not enough to frame a trade around that for me. I really want to get that it goes into the range, into a fair value gap, and then goes down. And then I'm getting in, and I might even get in a little bit, take more size now as well, because the setup is now going into my direction a little bit. But we always have to be careful when we're sort of like in this area. So Arafat, how old are you? Of course, I reply to everyone in my chat. I don't if I don't see you, I'm busy with the trade. But I wasn't. So I'm just getting a little bit impatient here, to be honest. It's been a long time that we've been waiting, right? And because I started the session sooner because of the 2 a.m. But hey guys, I'm telling you honestly that watch my video that I made about the 2 a.m. Eastern move and go into your charts and look for it because you will definitely see a lot of opportunity there. And also understand when not to trade it, but you have to combine it with the first percentage fair value gap. Um, yeah, just waiting. 3:30. Wait for 3:30. We're gonna get our move. Patience will be rewarded, guys. Patience will be rewarded. Okay, now let's see. Where are you going to? I think it might go up into maybe this little area here. Oh, we have just it just keeps on raining. Oh, we just reached the 4 hour. Oh, did we? I haven't looked. I'm so So are you short bias? I'm very short bias now. 4 hour. I'm really itching for a short now. So my TP is around 726. This area here. It's really hard on Metro Z to really see what the manipulation move if it would be correct. But it's sort of hard to really see right now if this will be the distribution move. Would this then be the manipulation move? We did not even take it out, but sometimes it is. But it's really hard to. We didn't take it out any liquidity here, so that's the only thing that worries me a little bit. But this might be the short that we might take to the downside. It might be the manipulation move. It might be a larger manipulation move, and then we have the distribution to the upside. So we might be forming the manipulation move now because we are going to take out this low here. So now on the lower time frame, we're going into a fair value gap, and we're going to go down. Scenario, then this might be the larger time frame manipulation move, and then we get the distribution to the upside. Hey Casey, how are you doing? We've been very patient here, waiting for. Oh no, camera! Are you kidding me? Oh, There we go. Hello. Thank you. Oh, I've got a. Hold on. What the hell is going on? Okay, guys, no camera for now. The trade is more important. Hold on. We need to see the trade. I'll sort it out. Yeah, no, we've been very patient, Casey, because we were looking into the 2 a.m. Move because I made that video yesterday, right? And it didn't work out because we're in consolidation, and now we're waiting for the 3:30 move. So I'll fix the camera, but let's just we just um, here we go. Let's just focus on the trade for now. So I wanted to show the trading view, so I've been swapping around, and I had to change some settings, so now the camera is screwed. But so what we're waiting for now to see, we're going to get a silver bullet. So are we going to get a retest into a fair value gap and then go down? Well, because now it's 3:30. We want to see something happening now, right? How have you been doing? Have you been trading? Did you trade the PM session yesterday? And guys, by the way, on the camera, you just see me being frozen, being like I'm stuck to the chair like an ice cube now. So I'll get the camera back this afternoon. We'll just focus on the trade right now. Okay, I was thinking, I was hoping that we would have the start of the move already at 3:30. God damn, this consolidation is really nasty today. Are we gonna make our way back up? Oh wow, that could be the case as well. Then this might be a low resistance liquidity run to the upside now. Might have to switch bias, guys. It's really, if you're in consolidation area, you just stay out until you really get out of it. You see what to do. It's really nasty now, but I'm still short bias to be honest. Let's see. I might just market order in if we're really going down very fast. $3.33 time. Yeah, I think I'm gonna. It's gonna be fat. It's gonna run. It's gonna run. Yeah, I'm in.
Order filled.
My team. It's gonna be a fast run. So, My stop is here. I'm going to take a little bit of a risk here. It's not. It doesn't. It's not an A plus setup. But here it goes. I'm gonna chill my stop with it just to make sure. So we are forming now. What I think is happening is that we have the accumulation, and the manipulation is now the move we are getting right now. But I wanted to go lower. 334. I wanted to run to 40. Come on, go. Okay, I don't have a losing trade anymore. It's now, if I it stops me out, it's no loss. See, I don't like this price action. There's no follow through, right? Oh gosh, it's just annoying. Price action. Okay, go now.
Stop filled.
No harm done, but it's annoying. There's just no follow through. This is creating equal highs, equal lows. And I'm a distribution move player, so I like the larger trades. I'm not interested in those small moves. Okay, so one more go at the 350 macro then. I'll give you one more chance and Q. $330 did not do anything. We're very patient. Now, let's look at the 5-minute again. What do we see? It's a nice round model, right? 339. We might get a retest now in the fair value gap or something. Or are we in other fair? Let me just check on the 15 quickly. I might be missing something. Where are we now? Okay, see, there's also no fair. We're not like. If I look to the left, I don't see anything interesting on this side either. So, well, we did hit this level here. Not yet. Okay. Yeah, I'm still interested in 72 in a move to the downside. I'm still interested. But it just doesn't run at the 330 as well. That is really annoying. It's like it's tracking us, right? Like, oh, let's. Oh, there's a new streamer. Let's just see if we can just play around with her. Maybe there's. I mean, if I would be a market maker, I would just randomly just go on YouTube and see who's streaming and just see. Hey, let's just make fun. Let's do everything opposite what they're waiting for. Are you going now? You see, it's doing that now. 726. I don't want moves under 50 points. It's not in this case. If I see a move, I do not want to take it when it gets below 50 points. But it might start running now. Now I'm not going to get in. Why? Because it could wick back up on me. But if you're in it already, this is my target, 727, 726-ish. Oh, this was the entry. I'm getting back in.
Order filled.
It wasn't in a macro, but I'm still going to give it a go. There you go. You know why, guys? After such a long distribution, accumulation, there has to be a larger distribution move, and that's why I'm stabbing at it, because I know it's coming, because it's always the same situation. After a large distribution, you get this move. But now with this price action, you just have to take your money and run. So I might just do that and get back in again, because I just don't trust this price action. Now, I think that this move is actually technically the manipulation. If you have AMD, if we go later in the day, you have the accumulation, then you have the manipulation. I think this move is the manipulation move of that AMD session that is actually still forming, and that is a little bit confusing, because you want to see it clear already with it when you're trading, but we're actually forming it right now. I think I'm going to take it, the money, and then wait for the 315 macro. So I'm going to get out. So get out and profit. And I believe we're not done yet with the move, but let's see how high it can go back up. And then I'm going to take it another time, because it's really taking its time to go down, right? I just want to check a few things. So you can see we're heavy right now, right? It's not really bullish at the moment. We're just in that high resistance manipulation move down. But what happens when you have a high resistance manipulation move down? You get a low resistance liquidity run, right? Distribution. Now, there's another thing we want to. Yeah, I still have my interest on 726. Very keen on that one. Let's give it a go. Oh my god, we're here for such a long time now. I started at 2, so we're almost at 2 hours here. I'm really very patient. Making very patient. We're gonna do one more. Got to go. Good. Yeah, thank you, Casey. I'll see you back later today. Yeah. You take care. Okay, let's see. 349, 726. Still 40 points to go. I'm gonna kill the stream anyway after this method because it's been quite a long time. 349, 350 macro stars right now. Let's see if it goes a little bit higher in this area here. I'd love to see that. There we go. That's what we like to see, but are we turning bullish? Are we? Okay, let's go. 352. Yeah, I'm getting back in. I just want to make sure it goes a little bit lower. I still have my TP at 26 level. I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes, and then I'm just gonna call it the day, or call it the session for today right now, because I think it's really boring now. It's really hard to trade. We're still technically, are we still? We are outside of the consolidation, right? Yes, we are. We made it out, so this could be the manipulation move, but I don't think we're done yet, to be honest. But it could be. Are we done? Let me double check. Did I miss anything? Because I didn't have my bloody training view. Oh, yeah. We did make it to the low here. 756. Okay. This could be it for this move, to be honest. It could be that this is the manipulation where they were going back up now. Looks like it. And we get a close over this candle. Might be a good long, but we have a fair value gap here still, right? So we have to pay attention to this one here. Let's see what happens. So is this area here? We can, yeah, I lost the camera, but for the last, we were just here a few more minutes, guys, so I'm not gonna restore it. Let's see if we're rejecting this fair value gap for further move down, or are we going to disrespect those bearish fair value gaps, and are we going to go move up? As you can see on the 1 minute, there's almost no imbalances here, right? All the way up to here. We do have a flat top here. Let's see. We're still on macro. We could use the first part of the macro to go to the upside, right, and then the second move to continue the move downwards. But it's another easy read. This could be the end of the manipulation move. We could go back up, but we also could go further down. But if it's the manipulation move, we technically hit the 2.5. Let me see. Let me just take this. 754. Yeah, I would like to see it go down a little bit further, to be honest, but we'll see. Yeah, it's a long. I'm gonna get into it long.
Order filled.
What time is it? 4 o'clock. Ha 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 ha. Toot 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 toot. Oh, I don't like this 4 o'clock move as well. It is just annoying, guys. I'm gonna kill the trade and I'm just gonna stop the stream because it is just the price action is just not doing anything. Let me just get out.
Order filled.
Normally you wanna it already see make it like a. It is again indicating like it's even on the 4 a.m. open is even showing consolidation, right? So that's very telling to me and very disappointing as well. You see what it's doing? So yeah, there will be a move, but it is just really making it difficult now. See, even the 4 o'clock is a very important time for me, and even now it's not even making a manipulation move to form the 1 hour candle. It's just again in consolidation. So that means we're going to get more consolidation. I'm going to leave it at here. I'll be back in the AM session. I'm sure we're going to get a good day because especially after a price action like this. Apologies for the noise and my fans just doing crazy stuff, and I lost the camera along the way, but just want to focus on the trade. Stay safe, and I'll see you guys a bit later. Yeah, just be careful with this area now because it's very fickle and just not doing anything, and yeah, very manipulative. But anyway, I'll see you guys later, and thank you again for hanging out, and I'll see you back soon.